Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the MacMan Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
It's the MacMan Morning Show. 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 Sitting at home or you in your car, no matter if you're near or far. Tune in quick, cause you might just miss the best show this side of the city. It's the MacMan Morning Show. 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 Sitting at home or you in your car, no matter if you're near or far. Just miss the best show this side of the city. It's the MacMan Morning Show. 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 Car, no matter if you're near or far. Tune in quick, cause you might just miss the best show this side of the city. It's the MacMan Morning Show. 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 Sitting at home or you in your car, no matter if you're near or far.
And good morning, Grand Rising to each and every one of you. Good day. This is the MacMan Morning Show. Good morning, Grand Rising, all those other great things on this wonderful morning. Listen, we are here. It is right now 3 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock. It's cold in the country. I've gotten many reports from north, south, east, and west. Somebody said it's the first day of spring. We need our coats on. It's snowing in Chicago. It doesn't surprise me. I keep trying to tell people we got to get through. You got to get through March and April before maybe some settling weather. I've seen it snow almost in June. It was one of those things as a kid. I've seen that. And I'd like to say good morning to our chief moderator, to Alice, the blessed child of God. Don't forget to put your link in there so that we can continue to support you and your wonderful platform that you got. Alice has a wonderful platform, and we want to always acknowledge and to let you all know what she's doing. Good morning to the alto section leader of the choir, that's Ms. Sharon Reed, and to the chairman of our deacon board, Deacon Alvin Moore, to the apostle Anthony Reed, and to all of you that are here, and all y'all that's in the bushes. I heard from Dr. J this morning. I say good morning to our executive producer. He's still my executive producer, our executive producer here at MacMan Morning Show. Also, we want to say good morning. Brother Lee's on his way, of course, and to all of you on this great and glad we're above ground. And that's interesting. Listen, folks, let me say this. I'm grateful. We're coming up on 1 year. Uh, we're coming up on 1 year of broadcasting on the air, the MacMan Morning Show, uh, the Morning Takeover. Uh, that was my first title, Morning Takeover. We're taking over the morning. I might have to incorporate that into our wonderful. Hey, there's a go Keisha the stylist. Good morning to you, Grand Rising to you, sister. Good to see that you're here. That's our anchor sponsor, and along with Little Red Spruce, I got to talk to Little Red later today. We got some business to handle and everything, and it's just good to have y'all here. Listen, I wanted to say something to those of you that have been, how can I put it, that have been following us. And I got a message or two yesterday where someone was upset because they said that we brought out some things that shouldn't be brought out. This is not the time to be all screamers, and this is not the time for us to hide what's going on. Segregation is real, folks, whether you know it or not. And some people saying, well, Mr. James, or what have, whatever they call them. We don't know anything about segregation. A young person came and messaged me and said, I don't understand what you're talking about. I got white friends and Oriental friends and so forth and so on, and we get along good. We go to breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, that's fine, and you have a right to do that. But then they say, well, I don't see segregation. You don't see it yet. There are a lot of things that are getting ready to occur that will be taking away the civil rights of those of us that have gained them. A lot of this generation and a lot before have not experienced what it took, or what our mom, my mother, my dad, grandparents went through. Even some of my brothers and sisters went through segregation and discrimination, separate bathrooms, separate this, separate that. They didn't want us in the movie theaters. And I reported on yesterday how the administration of the Orange Man is bringing back. He's taken all the stops out of government contractors, letting them know that they do not have to abide by the regulations anymore. They're doing business with the country, or with the country, doing business with the United States. Got a contract. You don't have to abide by them. That means you can have separate facilities. You can do what you want. You can discriminate against who you want. You can invite people where you are. You still keep our contract, but you got a right to do it. So it opens up the door, people, for further discrimination. I said, Mr. Mack, what you mean? I've always told everybody that I was going to make sure that we brought information and inspiration to you. Well, here we are. Yesterday we got this news about Medgar Evers, the civil rights pioneer. Not just that you might have heard of him, NAACP field secretary. He worked out of Jackson, Mississippi, lost his life. He was unalived in Jackson, Mississippi, right at his home in his driveway. And his kids and his wife saw his tragic body, what they did to him. And Medgar Evers has been always a champion here in the South and in the Mississippi region. And he's well known because of his stance on on segregation and civil rights. Well, he's buried at the Arlington National Cemetery. And those of you that got parents that were veterans or working veterans or working in the armed forces, men and women, great men and women that have served and that are great heroes. I'm talking about people that look like me and you. That they took his designation as a hero away in some senses because the Trump administration took from the website. And here we have it here of Medgar Evers being a war hero. He died tragically June the 12th. In 1963, I know that that's a long time ago, but you need to look up the history. Go to the Mississippi Today, who provided this article, and we're just going to talk about it a little bit. I want you all to see what's going on. Good morning to everybody. It's just so good to see you. And we're going to be looking at some things right quick. Let me just say good morning to each and every one of you. Like and share. I'm not here for clicks and views, but I'm a news broadcaster. I'm a reporter. And I know a lot of people do a lot of sensational things to get people to listen and to view, but I hope that what we bring to this show will inform you on the things that are happening. Well, Mississippi Today gave us, we got this article from them, the war, and it reads like this article. It says, World War II veteran, and it fought in the services, armed services, to keep us and keep America free as a democracy, fought, gave his energy and and came back home to be humiliated and unalive. Medgar Evers, who President Trump, why did I say that? I felt like I got sick a little bit. The Orange Man, called a great American hero, has been erased from the Arlington National Cemetery website, which features a section honoring Black Americans who fought in the nation's wars. The U.S. Army purged this section. Check that word out, purged this section that had landed, it dedicated to those Army veterans and those veterans of the war and of the civil rights leaders and the different people in the white supremacists they assassinated. We know who did the assassination, and the man got off. They got two sets of justices. Now, if it was the other way around, that person wouldn't even made it to the courthouse. I don't even believe it. Let's see here. This is they gave that order to take that part of the, when you go and visit the national monuments and you visit national cemeteries, they have a section for African Americans. Okay. They have a section for African Americans that they call heroes, the people that have made a significant amount of a significant presence in our country. And I think that we forget about our heroes. We know about Dr. King. We talk about Malcolm X. Some people even talk about Harriet Tubman, and we don't really give the people the benefit and we don't really give people an opportunity to celebrate those people that have helped democracy. Well, the former Supreme Court Judge Reuben Anderson, who gave the Orange Man a 2017 tour of the Mississippi Civil Rights Museum, said he can't imagine the Orange Man would want to remove. Well, he do. He did it. He lied. If he could get rid of people, black people, he would. If he could deport us somewhere and say, we just don't want y'all here. They can't do it. One, we're tied into this country so deep that it will cause a civil disturbance if you want. And then I'm tired of people trying to censor us too. And if YouTube wants to censor or whatever and don't want to pay nobody or they say, well, if you say certain words, you can't be monetized. Well, if that's the case, you keep your twos and proofs, because I'm not going to sit there, StreamYard, YouTube. We paid our money. Mac Media 3 Productions paid our money, and you disturbed our broadcast on yesterday. You just disrupt everything. And I'm not taking it anymore. So therefore, I am, as of effective next month, our new year, as 1 year of broadcasting, I'm switching services. I refuse to be censored. I refuse to be, as a broadcast journalist and the media representative, I refuse to allow anybody to step on my First Amendment rights. And if they can try to do it to me, they'll do it to you too. I'm not going for it. I'm a broadcast journalist. I have, under the First Amendment, I have a right to report the news. I have a right to tell people the truth. I have a right, not my truth, but I want to tell the truth. And some of us, we sit back quiet. We ain't saying nothing. We don't want to upset our white friends or whatever the case may be. And I have some dear friends of mine that are of another persuasion. I'm not talking about them. And if the shoe don't fit, that's cool. But my thing is, people are trying to destroy us. You got a racist in the White House. Let's just tell the truth. See, if it was Barack Obama, we'd be talking about him. He ain't nothing, and this and that. Look at what he doing. What if he went in there and said, we're going to change the Washington Monument to James Brown Monument? Or we change the Lincoln Memorial, we're going to change that to the Ray Charles Memorial. Or we just change it to the Dr. King Memorial. Take Lincoln out of there. Get all of the, destroy them, blow it up or whatever, or take down the statue and put Dr. King up in there. Do you know white folks would have went crazy? They already going crazy about the Confederate flag that was taken down in so many states. And the state of Mississippi was the last one to take it down. And let me tell you why they were the last ones to take down the Confederate flag. As we talk about this wonderful hero. This ain't Black History, but Black History is 365 days a year. They stopped Black History courses and classes, and in the curriculum we'll talk about the Department of Education in a couple seconds, about how they're shifting everything. They said that we're woke. Oh, you done woke them up. We've already been woke. We know what you have done. We know what you have done to the people in this country. And if we sit back as the descendants of our ancestors and sit back and let them forget about the horrors that they did to us, not to curse, stir up trouble. They came to our house. They came and upset our lives. This man came and he got rid of those that he could. Now he's going to make it even harder, or try to make it harder, as Congress, Republicans, and Democrats sit back and see this man stop him. There's ways of stopping him. If these people are doing this, they're openly racist, white supremacists, hateful, evil Nazis, or skinheads, or whatever they want to be called. We don't have to take it. We're here to say. Now, they're going to take Medgar Evers off the website. They ain't going to dig him up or nothing, and they ain't going to take his remains or anything. And my prayers go out to his children and grandchildren that have to look at this humiliation. But the Army Public Affairs Office responded by acknowledging. They said they're horrified. Well, they're honoring Pacific groups and veterans, and they have been removed. Women, Black African American in history, Hispanic Americans in history. Now they want their turn, because they voted for Trump. 54% of them. Now those of them that did not vote for him, that's fine. But now here we are. Here we are at this point in our lives, 2025. And you mean to tell me we're still fighting the civil rights movement? We're still trying to ask for our rights. We're still trying to do the things that we have to do to get recognized. You ain't got to recognize me. We great already. The problem comes in, I'm going to say this, and you can say whatever you want to say about the Mac Man, but the Mac Man going to tell the truth. We are the great ones. We are the ones. The ones that they've always been trying to persecute, the ones that they always tried to slave, the ones that they always tried to destroy, we're the ones that they tried to wipe off the face of the earth, not knowing, if they do their research, that all life came from Africa. We the first man. Okay, we wasn't the gorillas, or I don't know what they created. Say we was cavemen. They the cavemen. We weren't cavemen. We weren't walking around on no two legs, on 4 feet. I mean, on our fours, on our knees, like we some monkeys. They say we came from the monkey. Well, why the monkey still in the cage and the gorilla's still in the cage if it evolved? I didn't come from no monkey. I was created and wonderfully made by God. Can I get a witness in the chat? We always get quiet. They dissing us and they talk about the way we wear our hair. They talk about the way that we look. They say we got big old noses and we look like monkeys but I see them going down to South America and all these other places and shooting the stuff in their behind and trying to get them and shooting stuff in their lips. You ain't never seen white, I'm gonna just tell you, so you ain't never seen Caucasian folk with no tail looking like a black woman. Where they at? Not since I've been growing up. Boy, cosmetic surgery would do wonders. And sisters, y'all stay. I can't tell you what to do. But y'all, if you don't love what God has created, you take that up with him. I'm here to say that. I'm not talking about nobody's hair and your nails and all that stuff. That doesn't matter to me. It's our thinking and what's going on. As history would have it, if they forget about Medgar Evers, who else would they forget about? People. Mm-hmm. See, they do that to try to aggravate. Oh, you can do what you want with the body. And I say that to everybody. This is why I ain't scary like I used to be. I was like, oh, but you say this, people do this. Well, if you want to just do something, you can't take nothing. You can't do anything to me until God lets you do it. And I'm just going to bring out the fact that as we sit here and we see not just this, he says, okay, we're going to do this. We just got to strike them from he was a Medal of Honor recipient. General Charles Calvin Rogers, who was awarded the Medal of Honor. What'd he say? He got shot 3 times in Vietnam and survived. That's what Benny Thompson talking about. Now, Benny, I like you, but I think you need to do some more and cry out a little bit more, sir. And do a little. It ain't time to be dignified. It's time to tell the truth and let people know what's going on. Medgar Evers today, they'll be taking down the Dr. King Monument on the mall in a minute. They said, and this is what they said. Do you all remember this? I'm gonna take this down. I'm gonna go back to what I was doing here, and I'll bring up something that I want to bring up. You know that it was approved that the $20 bill would replace Andrew Jackson. Is that who's on there? The racist Andrew Jackson, the racist slave owner, the racist that wanted to keep everything, the southern states all in order. They keeping him on the $20 bill. Is that who? Let me. Y'all got what? I ain't got. Let me see. Make sure y'all help me out, Alice. You got to help me out a little bit. Help the back man out a little bit. Let me see if I was right. Yeah, Andrew Jackson. Is that right? He on the $20 bill. It was supposed to be. It was supposed to be Harriet Tubman was to change. They was getting ready to change the money. And when the orange man got in there, he said no. That was what President Obama had instructed the Treasury and okayed the Treasury and the Mint to start printing the Honorable Harriet Tubman, Mama Moses, that brought the folks out of slavery, that she was going to be on the dead boy. Them white folks said, no, don't mess with our money. Keep the white folks on there. We don't want no black folks in our pocket on no coins and no quarters and no commemorations and nothing. We don't need to. They said they would boycott the $20 bill because it got a black person on there. What kind of foolishness and where these idiots come from? They come straight from Europe. And they came over here, stole their land from the Indians and did what they had to do, brought all kind of diseases, wiped out tribes and tribes of people, brought us over here to work the land and build up everything and be they slaves. And then when the opportunity come that we born here and raised here, those of us in the modern time, they try to, now they want to take away the citizenship of people that's born here. Because you know why? They stopped the census. I know that nobody wants to hear this, but you need to hear get a little history about what's going on and what's happening and what's about to happen. All this But all this putting blinders on and sticking your head in the ground, they still gonna kick you in your behind is still up. They still gonna take your behind out of here, and your head gonna be in the hole because you don't want to face the fact that white folks and racists and supremacists, white and black supremacists, feel that they so almighty. They got some house Negroes, some Stevens. I've been trying to look for the man's picture, and somebody, if you can email it, that got my number texted to me. I forgot to get Stevens. We got Stevens and Stevens' wives and his hookers that look. I'm talking about them, the folks that's snitching and gripping. That child that gets on the radio and the television, Candace, whatever her name is, and she gets on there and degrades the black woman and say you ain't nothing because you ain't got a white man or something. All that old foolishness that people are talking about. Yet still in all, this is a distraction to the bigger picture. What's the bigger picture? They're trying to make sure that we're under their thumb. It ain't gonna happen, Jack. You gotta come bigger with that. You gotta come better. So I want to put folks on notice, StreamYard and YouTube, since y'all think y'all are such great conglomerates of whatever. You ain't never got to pay me. You ain't never got to give me nothing. You're not going to stop me from speaking as a. That's why God blessed me to be a reporter and a broadcaster. And he put me in this position to do so, because not to start foolishness and to start a war or to start anything. Alice, thank you very much. Yeah, it was supposed to be. No, they were scared, but I think that date was wrong. They had approved it, and it's been disapproved. They were starting to mend. I don't know where 20. I don't know. That's what they're going to do in 2030. It might not even, I don't know what's going to happen in 2030. Thank you, Alice, for your information that you gave to me. But he said he didn't want it. It ain't going to happen. President Obama's picture has been taken down in the White House. Mr. Biden might not even get one. It sure was, Alice. I'm so sorry. It was scheduled for 2020. But they kicked the can down the line. Congress approved it. Congress approved it. And they ain't doing nothing about it. But that's okay. That's neither here nor there. Our education system, what we're going through, the education system, how can I put it? The Department of Education that we know of, that's responsible for student loans, Pell Grants, and so forth, making sure that that we get. Wait a minute, I got something here. I don't want that. I want this. That's what I. Okay. Share. Yeah, I want to share this instead. All right, here we go again with, I got the right graphic up, I think I do. Okay, this is what we're going to do. All right, the Department of Education, thank you, Alice, for that information. I'm grateful to you because you help us out so much. All right, the Orange Man is getting ready to dismantle the Department of Education. Head Start, educational programs, scholarships, grants. I'm dismantling. Why would you? Here's this lady. I tried to explain to you all, the McMahon lady that's in charge of the wrestling, where we send our kids, and every time they come to our community, black and brown kids and white kids are up there too, because they hollering and screaming. They make a whole lot of money. If WWE comes to your city, your town, they making billions. They overseas now. Now, as you look at it, all of the black wrestlers and all of the wrestlers that look like you and I, that will identify, we don't identify with being black anymore because that's not accepted by white folks. They don't want you to, and we lightening our skin and we're doing all those other things. So there's still stuff going on. Project 2025 is moving along. We ain't even 60 days into this administration and all havoc. But let's talk about this right here. He's getting ready to, this orange person has the executive power. You say, how he got the executive power, James Mack? I'm going to tell you exactly what the deal is. Now, you see the folks out there, white folks, everybody, they mad now. See, they want to protest like us. They're asking for our help. But let me go on and stop this foolishness over here. Now, they say that the president, Mr. Orange Man is expected to sign a long expected executive action today calling on the U.S., the Department of Education Secretary, Linda McMahon. Remember that name, Linda McMahon. That's them wrestling folks, y'all. Get all that wrestling stuff out your house because she's trying to take away that. She don't want our kids to be educated. What about these children that are coming along? How would they get a good education? Half the children I found out don't know how to read. Come on, y'all. In 2025, we still got black children, black people saying, I don't know how to read and write too good. I saw a meeting and the man was saying, do you understand? He said, read this paper. And the young man couldn't read. Now, he was decked down and all kind of, he was cool. He in his neighborhood talking about his turf and this and that. They had him in interrogation. And they say, read these rights. He couldn't even read. You have a right to remain. He said, you have. He knew that. He didn't know the rest of it. And I was shocked. He said, you don't know how to read this? He said, no, let me read it to you. So that means that the white police, and look at your police departments. They're beginning to look like what? Like the Orange Man. Everywhere you go, where are the brothers out there that stop? Where are the people? Where are the pastors that been begging for the money and all that other stuff? Oh, you got a miracle. What good is a miracle? And you live in a segregated society that's getting ready or trying to do everything that they can to extinct us and wipe us off the map. Where are the preachers that's on the TV talking all that stuff and got black members in their church? These white pastors got black members in their church. Not you, Father Flager over at St. Savannah. I'm not talking about you, brother. Thank God for you. There's only one that I know really right now that I know that's really doing something. And hold on to the fight, brother, Father Flager. You're doing a wonderful job for those of y'all that don't. Diane, I ain't mean to go off on the folks like that today. I know Diane Black is in there. That's how we need folks. We don't need them other folks in here. We need people like Diane Black to fight for us. We need y'all to stand up, and we need to stand up, folks. And I'm not talking about in a violent way, but stand up and let people know we're not taking this. Let your coworkers know. Don't get all beside yourself because that Orange Man is in there. Let me tell you something. He may be in there for 4 years, but we can still fight. Let's stop this foolishness and let these Republicans, these racist folks know we're here. We're here. We worked here. We slaved here. We did it. And this is our place where you say, send them back. Send us back where? I ain't going to Africa swinging from trees or nothing like that. Although Africa is a modern place now, I ain't got to leave. You're not running me out of here. We need to run them out of here. We're the laughing stock of the whole world, the whole country. We're the laughing stock. Let me stop. I'll be back in a little bit. Look, I better take a break while I can, cause my sponsors might get mad at me. Forgive me, Keisha the Stylist, and to Big Red and everybody at Miss McDonald. I didn't mean. I meant to say it. I meant to say it. And I think my sponsors and the people that support us understand that these are business people and people that are out there doing the things that they do. And this man is trying to say, oh, we're going to have separate. Ain't no such thing as separate and equal. I don't want to be with you, but then I got another thing on that. I'll be right back. This is the McMahon Morning Show. I'm going to behave myself. I ain't going to say too much. Yeah, I am. I got a lot to say, but I'll be right back after these messages. We want to thank everybody for your support. Don't be afraid to come on the McMahon Morning Show. Don't be afraid to speak up and say what you need to say while you can. Because if he has his way, we'd be back in slavery and chains. They'd be trying to hunt us down and use the police and the army to get us and snap us in the line. And we'll be out there in the car. I ain't going no more cotton fields. I never been, ain't going. This is James McMahon.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
Our families are precious. We work hard each and every day to make sure that they're safe and secure and have a future. Jones McDonald Insurance Agency, a full-service insurance agency, is here to help you with all of your needs, whether it be life, health, auto, home, or specialty insurance. Call Farmers Insurance Agent Latoya McDonald at 708-722-1538, 708-722-1538.
Alice, blessed child of God, she mentioned something, and I wanted to bring it to your to everybody. And she's exactly right when she says this: dismantling the Department of Education will affect the Republican-led states more than the rest of the. See, they don't see that right now. They see the lies and the backbiting and all of the foolishness that they're doing, and they're trying their best to, they're trying their best, wait a minute, they're trying their best to dismantle everything. Now, that's not the problem. My thing that I have a problem and an issue with is people think that we're stupid. People think that we're stupid as a people. We're not stupid. We're not stupid, and we're not going to take this laying down. I knew eventually when they came out with the Tea Party that they were going, and I think that the racists, that they were trying to come after this country. The Marjorie Taylor Greens and all them other funny folks coming out, and we ain't even heard from these people, and they're trying their best to, why are you trying to destroy all of the foundation of what we have built and what we have achieved in this life? I'm telling you, they're taking civil rights back 100 years. That means all of the advancements and things that they coming after every day. If they could dismantle the civil rights bill, they're trying. I'm telling you, they're coming after. If you don't know anything about the civil rights bill of 1964, please find out what those what laws that are put in place for us. We couldn't even ride the bus. I wasn't there. My parents, my grandparents, even if they did, they couldn't ride the bus down there unless you ride on the back of the bus. Don't we forgetting? We're forgetting, folks, about what's going on and what's happening. Let me take this out right quick. What's happening and what's going on? We're in the dark. We got our head in the sand. Our kids are they going to college. They're doing what they do and thinking that these nice people that don't look like them really want to welcome them. But folks, I'm telling you, the HBCUs, knowing that federal funding is needed, knowing that these schools were started because they wouldn't let us in Harvard and the rest of the places. We had nowhere to go to school. Now folks is nervous. Oh, what am I going to do? And for those of you that do not go to school, I've been trying to tell you, young folks, get it now. Get it now. This country has never been on an even playing field. That's why we have the problems that we have. When they started taking the census, the last one, and the orange man stopped it, he saw too many of us. He knew if the real count would come out that we outnumbered them, they were not going to have it. And they said, we get rid of the Hispanics first and all the foreigners first, and then we'll work on making it so difficult for Black Americans in this country. We're going to make it difficult for them, and then we're going to put laws in place that we know they're going to violate. Stop acting stupid in our community. Young folks, stop it. I'm talking to the old ones too. Don't give them a reason to keep. We ain't got to walk. I'm not walking on eggshells. You pull me over, Jack. Look, let me tell you something. All right, I ain't going for this foolishness. Yo, you got anything? You got some dope in your car? You got a hooker in your car, officer? I read about the white officer, what he did to the black woman down in Alabama. And they let him get away with it. Now, if he was black, he wouldn't have got away with it. Old folks, wake up. Please wake up. Don't be a head in the sand thinking that these, and then there's some people, oh, I'm liberal. I believe in we don't need other folks to be fighting for. We got enough folks out there to stand and battle with us. Now the Hispanics is calling on Black people to go and march and get their rights back. We ain't even got our rights. What am I marching for you for? There's a serious disconnect that we have. I've said what I had to say on that. But this Department of Education thing is really disturbing me, and it's disturbing me to a point that if they're messing with, and see that's messing with the kids. They're taking the feeding programs and the free lunch program. Some children, unfortunately, this is their main. But when they get breakfast and lunch, these are meals that they have to have. That parents, we know that it's tight. It's about to get tighter. They talking about taking the food stamps from everybody. Now, why are you doing this to poor people? And some of y'all voted for this idiot because you thought you was going to get a stimulus check. Always looking for something for free. We've been turned into something that I don't know what it is. As a people, we had pride in ourselves. The men they go to work and they do things. It's hard to even get a good job, a decent job, but they went. And they had to take racism at work. They had to take it, people calling them niggas and all kinds. Yeah, I said it because they ain't paying. They already sent me a warning and say, well, your speech is that I'm going to say what I want to say. I got a right to say what I want to say. I'm not going back, and you ain't going back neither if you got any kind of sense. If you don't believe me, please, folks, take the time to use the internet other than for foolishness and shaking your tail and having a wonderful life and showing us your nails and the drinks that you got and all that stuff about there. If they had a chance to, y'all not going to have a chance to be living your best life and talking about you shaking your tail and going to the club and this and that while they're taking away the rights that you have to be up in there. Now y'all socializing with your Caucasian friends and this and that and the other, and y'all go to dinner and lunch and brunch, and now you really feel you in high society because you can go to these different places. He's talking about with those contracts and those businesses and hotels and places that serve the United States government employees, whether it's hotels, they travel, they go everywhere. They can have segregated places. Now they're going to get rid of the segregation. They say, well, now, you ain't got to dress up in the locker room at the gym with the white people. You ain't got to dress up at work with the white. They have to have not men and women, but we going to have separate color. White over here and the black over here. Y'all act like y'all don't know nothing about this. If you my age or a little bit, if you 40 or so, you ought to be able to know what the difference is and what segregation is. Don't hide your head in the sand. Remember these signs right here, folks? Waiting room for color. It's on color. They used to call it a color. They didn't call it niggas. They call us color. They call us niggas too. I said it. I'm going to just tell the truth. When is this going to stop? You hate me because of the color of my skin? I know a lot of people dropped off because they didn't want to hear it. And then, StreamYard is trying to mess with the count. I don't care about the count. I'm not here for clicks and views and ratings or anything. We know that the top rated TV shows were the black TV shows. It was Sanford and Son, The Jeffersons, Good Times, You can go on when In Living Color came, they really would messed up television. We've always been the ones in the highest rated show. It take a black person for folks to be watching. They didn't like our humor. They wanted us to still be Amos and Andy and wear blackface and Yassa Boss and all that other. Ain't none of that stuff going on no more. Buffoonery. And we still do it, kissing they tail. I know we need our jobs, folks. I know that you got a family that you got to feed, but don't sell your soul for $1. We always hollering, we trusting in the Lord. We giving the preacher our money. Y'all might need to slow up on some of them, giving them seeds and pay your light bill and your gas bill and your car note. I see you. You got $1,500. Bring me the $1,500, and the Lord got a blessing for you. All that lying and foolishness. Well, where's the blessing? We getting whooped, knocked down, and it ain't even came yet. Have you ever heard? Y'all seen it got dark before a storm? When a real storm comes, now the Lord, good Lord, gives us indicators. He just don't let things happen. He gives all the indicators. This is coming. You know that tornado warning, tornado watch. I mean, look out for it. And tornado warning, it's on the ground. It's on the ground. Tornado warning, warning, warning. Things about to change in America. Mm-hmm. Hey, Penelope's here. Hey, Penelope, how are you? God bless you. It's so good to see you. You see Penelope Alice, she showed up, she comes in. And, you know, she has things she has to do. I'm not talking about folks. I'm just tired of racism. I'm tired of people judging me by how I look, how big my nose is, how pretty and dark my handsome dark skin is, and my wonderful gray hair. I'm tired of people talking about I got to look this way, I got to look that way, I got to be this way, I got to look in the magazine. Oh, I want this fashion, I want that fashion, I want this, and I got to look like if I ain't got this Coach purse, if I ain't got a bag or some bands, this and that. See, y'all stop being hookers and hoes and stuff. Men too. Stop all that. I need a man that do this. I need a woman that do this. We need to form together, get our stuff together. We need to get ourselves together and stop this foolishness. We're teaching y'all young people how to be just, all they looking for is a payday. If you put this on, you wear this, you look like that, you bat your eyes this way, you got a behind this big, you will draw somebody. All people are doing is just showing you that you just a clown dressed up. After it's all said and done, after they use you and did everything that they can do to you that necessary, we break our necks. We work overtime. We work 2 and 3 jobs. I've seen people working 2 jobs just to keep up with they friends and everything. We need to look like this. We need to look. Okay, hey Keisha, how you doing? That's wonderful. But brother, see, I knew Brother Lee would go come and help me, because not just help me, but Brother Lee, I got to ask this question, man. And maybe, I know I'm, help your baby brother out a little bit, because maybe I'm, they say, well, you fussing, you doing this, you doing that. I'm just sick of the bull crap and the foolishness that we got our heads in the sand. I got people that are of a different persuasion that are in my family. I'm not hating them. I'm talking about the evil things that are going on. Every day we wake up, folks. Every day we get a new day. We got something new coming along. We got something new, foolishness that's happening. And either we are going to get together and say, hey, we ain't going for this. We already been through the rehearsal. That was in the 60s to me. And the 70s and coming along in there. This is the strike. This is what they were waiting on. This is what, to be able to let the fox in the hen house and the rat in the cheese factory. And the Republicans who are lily white, and they got a couple of spots in there like Donald and that fool over there in South Carolina. The president, the best thing in the world. Man, you better wake up. Everything you blind. See, it's them people that they with. I ain't going to go there. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Sometimes, they gave them some nice spouses that look good on paper. And in the, the fashion models and things, they forget all about the sisters. But, I'm not knocking nobody. But, we're some beautiful people. We're some wonderful people. Brother Lee is here. It's his commentary time. I ain't going to do. Brother Lee, let me say this, Brother Lee. I know you there. Come on up. Let everybody say Grand Rising and everything. Brother Lee is here. And Brother Lee, all I was trying to do, and you know sometimes your brother get off track sometimes. A great day, Lee. I didn't wanna start no trouble this, but I had to let people know that hey, look, we got a situation where we need to pay attention to, and I know we were talking about it yesterday, brother Lee, and I wanted you to continue, but I brought up a couple of other things just to say. I mean, it seemed like none of my broadcasts friends in the sense of those of us that broadcast, they real quiet about what's going on because they fear monetization. They ain't getting no money or whatever the case may be, and they clicks and views. They can't get them hundreds of thousands. See, I'm not here for popularity. I'm here because this is a way to get the information and inspiration out to people. First, let's get the information before we start clapping our hands and celebrating and everything. But let's see where we are. Brother Lee, come on in with your commentary. I know you heard me on the tail end, but yes, today the executive order is going to be signed to eliminate the Department of Education. Then they went and say, we're going to mess with black people. They ain't messing with the Mexicans and the Hispanics no more. They already shipping them out. But we're going to mess with y'all by messing with your monuments and your heroes or the people that you consider heroes. We're going to eliminate them from these websites and these historic places. Come on, Brother Lee, and you on there. Everybody waiting on you, Brother Lee. Come on, Brother Lee, with your commentary.
Well, I would like to say great day again, new beginnings, everyone. Speaking of
Oh, did I lose him? Did I lose you, Brother Lee? Come on in here. If you can, I'll hear him. He'll come in. Come on in, Brother Lee. If you got to come in and you have to come out. Grand Rising. Okay, come on, Lee. Come on.
You hear me now?
Your microphone is going a little bit. Wait, Lee. Hold on 1 second. If you can go out and come back in because you got to reset your mic because I can't hear you. Wait. I can hear you, but you sound like you're underwater. That's why I want you to come back in. Go back out, and come back in, and you'll be right back on. Listen, Brother Lee is coming back. He's not going anywhere. You see how StreamYard is trying to... okay, Alice, you can hear him? Okay, Brother Lee, go ahead. Let me step back. Let me step out the way. Hold on a second. Let me stop.
Great day, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good. Go ahead, Lee. That was me. I did my adjustment. Go ahead, Brother Lee. They can hear you.
I'll speak on the Department of Education. Here's something a lot of people don't understand. When you're applying for your grants and loans and things of that such, even before you even get to college, there's information that you send to the Department of Education. And now you don't know where to send this information. You don't know where to get a reply from. So when you do that, you cut off the head without thinking about the body. And I think it's about disruption and confusion. That's what they're trying to do. They don't have a solution. Okay, when you eliminate something, you have to replace it with something else. And they have no replacement for the Department of Education. It was needed. That's why it's there. And they don't have a solution to that problem that they just created. And we have to look at it like that. Okay, they say they're going to eliminate the Department of Education. People saying, hooray, they're going to eliminate the IRS. Hooray. Okay, what you got to replace it? You have no solutions to these problems you're creating. And that's the thing what we should be talking about is what are the solutions? What are you going to replace these things? You got something better than what was? You don't have nothing better. You just have some you just say, well, I'm going to get rid of it. It's not working. Okay, you're going to get rid of the safety net, the parachute. You say the parachute don't drop me down soft enough, so I'm going to get rid of the parachute altogether. So then you jump out the plane and you got nothing. You get rid of the brakes on your car, you got nothing. You have no solution to the problems that you're creating. And when those was working for you, you saying, okay, people don't like it. Well, do they have something better? When someone disagrees with you about something going on in these streets or anywhere at your job, do you have a solution for that? The reason why you're saying it's a problem? Do you have something better to replace it with? That's what we don't talk about. The solutions, and they getting rid of things that they have no solutions to replace. Nothing better.
So what are you saying? So are you saying, Brother Lee, that it the persons that trying to replace everything don't have, which they don't. I'm trying to follow you, which I think that's what you're saying. Go ahead.
The Trump administration don't have a solution for the things that they're eliminating. And that's what we got to focus on. Okay, you're going to get rid of this and that and this and that. What are you going to replace it with? And we should have to vote on what you're going to remove. Make it a referendum, make it so put it into the people's hands. Don't make it an executive order when you're doing something that's been in place for decades, if not decades, for centuries, for at least a century. And now you're going to get rid of something that's been around for at least a century, and you're going to replace it with what? It's like getting rid of Social Security. You're going to replace it with what? You have no solution. All you have is chaos. And that's what they have. The Trump administration has nothing but chaos. No solutions, no deep thinkers, no smart thinkers, no intelligent people with actually solutions. They don't have anybody scientifically looking at anything, statistics or anything, how they can replace this with something even better. You know what? When we had when they call it Obamacare, but the thing is, he had a solution to what was. He had a solution to Blue Cross and gouging us out in those medical situations, those organizations that were squeezing us till we screamed. He had a solution. It was Obamacare. It's affirmative. That's the thing we have to look at. He was not perfect, but you don't have to be perfect to solve the problem. People keep saying, well, he's not perfect. There's no perfect people, and then these problems don't require a perfect person to solve the problems. People always say, well, I'm not perfect, that's why I did what I did. It doesn't require perfection to do a good job. It doesn't require perfection to do something you were supposed to do for the people. It doesn't require perfection, but it definitely, the idiot is not qualified to do this job, and that's who's in place is Donald Trump and his cronies, and the people are behind him. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. When you see the Caucasians are very quiet, you know why they're quiet? Listen very carefully. They are well fed. A dog that eats all the time does not make noise. And the Caucasians are well fed. That's why they don't say, oh. We make noise
Okay, but
because
if
we're
we
hungry.
start, but brother Lee, if we starving, we the one they fed. We starving, and we ain't hollering neither. We ain't hollering. If oh, ain't nobody howling, brother.
Well, the thing is, we're confused. It's a confused situation. And when that confusion hits your belly, then you're going to start howling. Actually, see, that's the thing. We're confused with nonsense and disruption and misdirection. And that's why we don't know what to bark, what to bite. We don't know. We're confused. And that's the thing. And they want us confused because they take away this and got us focused on this while taking away that. And we got to understand we have no leadership here. And that's why we're in chaos. We follow no one. We listen to no one. We listen to social media with all of these things they don't talk about the real situations out here. They talk about relationships and how so and so is acting a fool and how this social media has gotten down to just plain old entertainment. It's not educational, it's disruption, it's chaos, it's the same thing that's going on in an administration. The social media is a reflection of the administration right now. It's a direct reflection of what's going on Twitter and Facebook and all of these places we go to and say, look what they did on Facebook. It's a distraction. It hurts us. It's an addiction. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you this, and this is a fact, and you can look this up. Social media is no different from crack, from heroin. It's to that point. And people want to ask me the question why. I can tell you why social media is just like heroin. It's just like crack. It's just like those drugs that you take, and you just like an excessive alcoholic. You're hooked on it, and that's the thing. I'm gonna tell you something. It's worse than the worst crack or the worst heroin or the worst drug you ever seen somebody on. Because let me tell you something. I've seen 2-year-old, 1-year-old babies on the phone and they can't get off and cry when they pull it away from 'em. That's what a crack addict does. That's what a heroin addict does. They go into their withdrawals, and everybody can't admit it that you hooked on it. You are addict on it. You are just as worse as a heroin addict. You know worse. You're just as worse as a crack addict. You're cocaine addict. You're just as worse as in the worst drug they ever got. And if you won't admit it, but you're hooked, you can't get off of it. You can't stop watching it. You watch it when you're walking across the street. You rather watch that than watch for cars. You rather watch that than watch for people going by. You rather watch that than speak to somebody. You're hooked. You're hooked. You need to get some help. They need to get a AA meeting for social media addicts, because everyone, 90% of these people out here are hooked on it. It's more people hooked on that than are hooked on crack. That's what I have to say.
You make a valid point and a perfect point on that as we look and see. And those of us that are trying or that use the mechanisms that we do have, I'm glad that we have them. But as Brother Lee was saying, and I've seen this a whole lot, I see more out there about foolishness. And I'm not, and people just seem like they're, I don't know, walking in a desert of some kind, or some kind of phase that they're going through, saying, well, hey, I'm going to live my life. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Now, those of you all that are listening and watching, you can hit the like button. Let's see how many of you really like our program and like what we're doing. Y'all like it. Just like it. You ain't got to subscribe if you want. I'd like for you to. What we bring to you each and every day at 9 o'clock each Central Standard Time is we take a break and let you know what's really, really affecting us. Now, okay, Pookie and Ray Ray on the corner, they doing this, they doing that, they doing that. People are doing this. They saying that we the worst. They're portraying us in the media as being savages. Oh, those are the savages on the west side and the south side and in your neighborhoods where you live at that look like us. And some of you might say, I don't live in the ghetto. I live in a gated community. I live in a condo. I live here. I go on cruises twice a year. I do this. I do that. I work here. I work that. I got a wonderful, wonderful life that I'm living. And why are you trying to tell me that my Caucasian friends and my Caucasian associates, they don't like? We go to lunch and brunch and concerts and this and that. We went to see Taylor Swift, and you know where I'm going with that. Y'all can like it, y'all don't have to, but you can like ours. Let's see if y'all like our program like y'all like all the rest of them that talking about P. Diddy and foolishness. I feel sorry for that young man, because you know what? He got caught up in the rapture too. They gave him any and everything and said, well, you're the greatest in the world and this and that and the other. And look at what they're doing to these artists and the people that are out there. Look at what they're doing to people. Now, we all into who died and how they died and this and that. But what is it that people are missing, Lee, as they look at this thing? As we lost one viewer, according to StreamYard, we lost one or two. I'm not worried about that. Do you like it? Take time right now and just hit the like button, and let's see if y'all gonna like what we got to say. Go ahead, Brother Lee. Let's see the solution that I don't know. I'm looking and I'm trying to see, Brother Lee, is there a solution to what we're doing? Well, why we're going through what we're going through? What should we be doing? And I always ask this question: what should we got to be doing more than what we're doing? Go ahead, Brother Lee. You got the floor. Okay. Well, Brother Lee had the floor. Let's see. Hold on. Are you there, Lee? I think Lee'll be back. I don't know what happened. Okay, but all I want to say is, and I'm still looking at the counter, and I'm looking at the people that are looking. And you can be in the bushes. I'm not. We got some people that are listening, and they in the bushes, and they don't want to like. You don't have to. We know. We're grateful for all of those that like our program. Listen, I'm going to go on a break real quick. This is going to be our last break for the day. And Brother Lee is going to come back in a couple seconds. We're going to find out what happened to his microphone. And we'll be right back after these acknowledgments of our sponsors that are here. I'm putting together our new packages for our new folks that are coming along. like St. Patrick's and the rest. We're going to talk about them a little bit here. You're listening to the McMahon Morning Show. Stand by.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
Our families are precious. We work hard each and every day to make sure that they're safe and secure and have a future. Jones McDonald Insurance Agency, a full-service insurance agency, is here to help you with all of your needs, whether it be life, health, auto, home, or specialty insurance. Call Farmers Insurance Agent Latoya McDonald at 708-722-1538, 708-722-1538.
Tune in to the McMahon Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the McMahon Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
And we want to thank each and every one of you for being a part of this wonderful McMahon Morning Show each and every day. I want to thank those that support us and that are moving forward. Listen, Michelle Franklin's Tax Service, who is a sponsor of ours, we want to really thank her for helping us and to continue to keep us on the air. These are wonderful people, and I really do salute them. And I salute their greatness and what they're doing. We ask that you support them and that you support our sponsors and give them your business and help them. Michelle Franklin's Tax Service, who has a wonderful service that will give you a free estimate without leaving home, convenient way to receive your refund. Personal, business, and 1099 customers are welcome. Schedule your free estimate right now. If you do business with her, getting a refund from her, she will send you on a 3-day, 2-night vacation for doing business as a complimentary to patronizing her services. Call her at area code 708-296-3133. That's 708-296-3133. You can call Michelle now and she will take care of you. Pizza Pro XL, we want to salute them. And on Saturday, they're getting ready to have their job fair. If you know a young person or you need a job yourself, go and see Miss Bridget Wright down there on Main Street in Marks, Mississippi at 286 East Main Street in Marks, Mississippi. Call her today and let her know that you're interested in probably working and having the profession with her. She's employed over and above almost 20 people in that area, in an area that really needs economic development. She has brought her business, and it's a wonderful business. She has a wonderful establishment with wonderful cuisine, and y'all already know my favorite already. I'm going to get me one of these wonderful drinks and enjoy. I just wanted to salute all of our sponsors, and especially Miss Bridget Wright, Miss Miss Michelle Franklin, Miss Latoya McDonald, all of you all, Takesha, the Lock Goddess of Memphis. God bless you, all of you all, Little Red of Big Reds Blues Lounge. They're part of our family, and we appreciate all that they're doing. St. Patrick's, folks, we're getting ready to do the final production negotiations to the grand opening of St. Patrick's. St. Patrick's is a new establishment in the Dalton area, right there in Dalton. It's really nice, folks, and we're getting ready to premiere them. Tiffany Kamar, we really thank you for what you and your husband are doing and what you're bringing to the Southland there in South Cook County, Southern Cook County. It's opening soon. We're working on things as we speak to maintain. Brother Lee is here, back here with us. Brother Lee, that your mic is fixed or something? Can we hear you? All right. If you're there, Brother Lee, come on in. I don't know. I'm about tired of these technical difficulties that we're having with StreamYard, and I'm not pleased. And I'm going to say it again because we paid our money and our sponsors help us to stay on the air. And it's a disservice when you can't get proper service, StreamYard, how you have disrupted our broadcast. Well, I'm still black. I'm still going to stand on the wall. I still support my people and their businesses. There, I'm going to encourage you to. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it. They telling us to buy their stuff. We go there without even saying anything. We got 2-year-olds on social media and this and that and the other. And I'm not criticizing you for, when some people live through their children. You dress your child up, you want them to be this or that and the other. You give them all of these things and make them, they're your poster child of what you wanted to be back in the day. We got to start teaching our kids and telling them, listen, this is the world that we live in. Stop lying to folks and saying, oh, well, everybody's different and this and that and the other. Everybody does not live by the Christian creed of loving your neighbor as you love yourself. There's a lot of people that are standing out and not saying, we're just letting things pass by and we don't care. Please, people, wake up and see what's going up. Wake up and see what not voting will do for you. Those of you that sat at home on the couch, those people that live in your house, you can still like it. Thank you to the wonderful 4 people that like our show. The rest of y'all listening, I guess y'all just listening for. Y'all might not like what you hear. I don't know. You like what you hear. Or you're afraid. Don't be afraid. You like our show. I'm not going to put you out there if you don't want me to put you out there. You can like and subscribe if you like to. I'm going to leave that alone. Buy black, y'all. Buy the deal. And then, but be careful who you do shop with, because you could be shopping with a Steven, one of them stepping fetchers and one of them folks too, because we're not tired of these folks in this foolishness. We've fought too long. We fought too hard as a people to continue to go the lengths that we're going. We worked hard in most of corporate America. We worked hard at things that we've done. That's all we heard all of our life. Pull up yourself by your bootstrap and get you a job. Where you're taking the opportunities that have been laid out for us. I want to see in a couple of months, it's going to happen, folks. You're going to hear it. You're going to see it. You're going to observe it. That what's going to happen is things that you think when you wake up one morning, y'all don't look at the news, you don't pay no attention to the McMahon Morning Show or anything like that. What happened? We've been telling you Project 2025 is here. Alice reminded us it's going on now. Y'all think it's a joke. Wait until they ain't through. Oh, they ain't going to do this. They ain't going to do that. They have the power to do, because they gave it to the orange man and the muskrat. He don't want for nothing. He the richest man in the world. So what is he dealing? Why? He don't want an educated society, because these are the people that they reach. The uneducated, the low class folks that's out there waving them Trump flags and all that old foolishness. He got those people out there because they don't know no better. They don't know no better. They just being led. The Republicans that have been in office for years are being led by this man. They're so scared of this. I wouldn't work for somebody that I got to be scared of. I work for you and I got to be scared to work for you, I don't need to work for you. That means that's hindering. No matter what you're giving me, I know it's hard, folks. Now the church needs to step up. There's some folks out there that's working in these positions and things that given to your church, not just mine, but anybody's church. And we need to take some of them tithes and offerings and make a credit union. The bank don't want to give you anything. We need to support credit. Is there anybody that know a good credit union out there that's really doing something that really needs some, not just publicity, but we need to put them on the focal? Anybody got a credit union that's decent enough that we can promote, that we can, now that they messing with the 401ks and we look around, the stock market is down and up and going crazy, and we got to pay people to manage our money like that. I got to pay you to, and then if I want to take it out, I got to pay you a penalty for taking it out. How are we as a people supposed to survive this? God is not going to let us down. That's my answer. God is not going to let us down. But then you know something, just like the children of Israel, we're going to have people that say we had it better under the slave master, under the muskrat rat and the orange man than we got it now. There's some people that when the slaves were free, they didn't know what it was. It's just like an animal that's been caged up, and you open the cage and say, "Oh, you're free," and they looking like, "What you doing? You taking me out of my?" I don't know nothing about the wilderness. I don't know nothing about all of that. I don't know anything about all of that. You know, I don't know nothing about being free. All I know is the master wake up and he tell me to wake up, I wake up. If he tell me to go to work, I go to work. If he tell me to do, and we got people right now that are so afraid of people of another color. They so afraid. I'm talking about the Arab too that owns these funky stores with all this messed up meat and selling us nothing. We got food deserts. Now we got to go to them, and they treat us like we dogs, but they taking them out of this country too. So you Arabs that got all these gas stations and everything, take them out of there. But see, they got money. See, and those Latinos, they got them places down there and thought that you were white and that your hair, you can color it and you can slick it back like them. They sending you out of here too. Hundreds of people are being deported every day, and we're not saying nothing. They can't deport. Where they gonna put us? Now they can get the Haitians and the other undocumented, but you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna try to make it so hard. They dismissed a 4-star career general from being the Joint Chiefs of Staff head. Trump said, "I don't want no black folks in here. I want all white folks up in here." Yeah, he did, because all you got to do is just look at his staff. How many people other than the butler and the cleanup person? They ain't got no Mexicans over there down there at Mar-a-Lago. Now they got to find some black people that going to work down there. Somebody's got to scrub his toilets and wipe it and clean his nasty underwear and wash his drawers, all that old stuff, because his wife ain't doing it. So he got somebody cleaning him up and doing this and making his bed and all that. Why do they live good and we don't? We making our leaders living just like, I'll say it like this, not you, Pastor Trotter, and not you, Michael Flager, them folks I know right now. I'm not talking about all preachers. Y'all know if your shoe fit, wear it. We worried about, they had an incident here in this region about a man that was a pastor, and he was somewhere, I guess, eating or whatever the case may be. He was late, and he got unalived. First thing people start hollering, this man, it was his woman and this and that. I don't care what happened. The man is unalive. We got a problem somewhere. We put and lift up so many leaders like they're God Almighty. That's my pastor. That's my leader. But God ought to be your leader. I'm not here to tell you who to believe in, but if you believe in a human being that they can do something, something is wrong somewhere. Look at what the human beings are doing to us today. Thank you for the 4 people that like the McMahon Morning Show. I thank you all. I'm not talking about you. You don't have to like or do anything or what have you. But what I'm saying is, from the Department of Education to the halls of Congress, what's being done to our community and what's being done to our people is atrocious. This is the McMahon Morning Show. Buy black folks. Support black businesses. Get your business together. Listen, Friday, show, I'm going to be, as I get ready to go off the air, we're going to have Friday's show, and it's going to be interesting. I'm going to put it out this afternoon. And those of you all that have subscribed and everything, you're going to see what we're getting ready to do. Alice, I'm getting ready to go for broke. Not really. I'm on way to go for broke. But I want you all to support Alice, the blessed child of God, who's our chief and lead moderator, has a wonderful show. I come in every now and then. I be in the bushes, and I say hi. I don't want to disrupt anything, because sometimes there's some people that are idiots and so forth. I ain't gonna go through that. But please like Alice's show. Go to her show and support her. I'm going to be over there. I'm going to say hey and wave. 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's I think that's 3 o'clock our time, 3 in the afternoon Central Time where I am. But it's 4 o'clock on the East Coast. And what's your sign? Tell them about their sign, Alice. You got to, because everybody say I'm not. They say I'm a Pisces, which is all right. I like mine. But some of these signs is kind of crazy and everything, but we ain't gonna worry about that. Hey, I'm James Mack. This is the Mac Man Morning Show. I'll be back. Brother Lee's connection, something happened, but he'll be back. We want him to continue his commentary and everything where we missed off at StreamYard. I know you hear me. I'm not pleased, and I will lodge my complaint that you broke our broadcast up and you messed with my controls, and I don't appreciate it, especially because our great sponsors have they allow us to be on the air, and I will not disservice my audience. The audience is great. You won't count them all, but that's okay. We ain't gonna worry about that. This is the Mac Man Morning Show. I'll be back on tomorrow, same time, same place, right here on the Mac Man Morning Show. Look out for the announcement for our Friday show. It's really going to be great for everyone here at Mac Media 3 Productions. That's Dr. J. That's Mr. Dr. Lee, Brother Lee Mack, our wonderful chief commentator, and to all of you all that are here, for Alice, for Penelope, for Sharon, for all of you and our great sponsors. Thank you for being a part of the Mac Man Morning Show. We will see you on tomorrow morning.